and welcome to another yoga studio. I am Kat, if you haven't joined in a class with me already before, and it's great to have everyone on the mat with me today. So today it is hot. I have actually just done my own practice. I have got a bit hot and sweaty. The window is open, so if there's a little bit of background noise, I do apologise, but we need to keep the air flowing today. So I thought actually we could perhaps go through a little bit of a practice, or how to practice, I've got a hair actually, how to practice when it is hot. So just kind of a thought about when it is really hot, it's up to you. It's your practice, you do what you want. If you don't mind the heat, and there is absolutely no reason why you can't practice and take a strong practice when it is hot at all. Just be mindful of perhaps of keeping yourself dehydrated, and you can pause and you can drink whenever you need to through your practice. There is, unless your practice specifically says that you're not allowed to, there is no reason why you can't. And push yourself as much as you want and enjoy the feeling of sweat and heat in and on the body. If you're someone who struggles with the heat a little bit more, maybe make the challenge of working with the heat part of your practice. Learn to be within the heat, to sit with the heat that's external, but also the heat that you create in your body. So learn to be within that and to take that challenge and feel, enjoy the sensation of the work and the heat that your body is creating. If, however, you know that is not going to work for you, then we are going to take this little practice together. So you can still move the body, but you don't necessarily have to work really, really hard. So we're going to start seated. I am sitting on a block today, so if you want to grab a block, then do, or a cushion, so that you're lifting your hips a little bit higher off the floor, and then find a comfortable position to sit in. So if you're happy with that cross-leg position, we're going to take a cross-leg position. If you'd rather sit with the legs out in front, then take the legs out in front of you. We're looking for a place of ease, and make this a practice of ease and fluidity to help keep the body feeling cool rather than tension and high energy. Hands are going to rest on the thighs or on your lap. A little bit of length up through the spine. Close your eyes. And we're going to tap into the breathing. Remember, there's so much more to your practice than just the physical movement. And if it is one of those days where you don't want to work super strong, super fast, however you normally like to manage your flow, then it's a real, or manage your practice, it's a real opportunity to actually embrace and remember the other sides of our practice. So whilst we're here, we're going to take a check-in with the breath. See how comfortable it is to breathe, and maybe the heat changes the way we breathe. That's okay. Notice how the body feels. Take a moment, if you can, to embrace and acknowledge the heat in the body and around the body. Even if you can't embrace, try and accept. Notice how you feel emotionally. And then notice how your energy feels. So we're bringing all those layers together. So, including the layer that is ourself, right down deep. And then slowly open your eyes. We'll shift the block out the way. Now, if you know you really can't sit on the floor without support, then obviously we're going to keep it there. But we will shift it out the way. Stay cross-legged. And actually, we're going to just arrange the feet. So we've got right foot in and left foot in front. Take the right hand down, sweep the left arm up. And then as you exhale, lean over to the right. We're anchoring down through the left hip. So we take a big stretch through the left side of the body and then open the heart, the chest up. Look up so we open a little bit more through the front as well. And then swap sides. So take the left hand down, reach the right arm up. Exhale, take it over to the left side. So again, push through the right hip. Open, look up. Stay with the breath. And keep that internal observation going of how you feel. And then release, take the hands down. And we'll come round onto hands and knees. So find that tabletop position, and as you exhale, round up. Inhale, arch back the other way. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Calm back to neutral. And then breathe out. Walk the hands up. Take a puppy dog pose. And then as you inhale, walk the hands back in. And then we're going to exhale, walk the hands round to the right. So we make a sort of banana-shaped curve through the spine. And then do exactly the same thing. Exhale, bring the hands out. So we come to a variation on our puppy dog. And then walk the hands in. Come back into the center. Reset. And then we'll do the same thing to the left. So as you exhale, walk round. Find that sort of curve to the side and the spine. So the hips are staying over the knees. And we'll walk the hands away as we exhale. So maybe it feels a little bit harder to bring yourself all the way with the head to the floor, but we're just going as far as we can. And we're looking for that feel of ease, of flow. Think of water flowing around you, rather than heat and energy and tension. And then walk up, walk back to the center, and bring the right foot out in front. So we'll come to a low lunge stretch up. Okay, tuck the toes under. Make sure you feel grounded in that right foot, and then as you exhale, lift the knee up. Hands are going to come around by your side. Step the left foot in a little bit if you need to, so we can push forwards. Ooh, watch anything you have in front of you like a shelf. Lift the back leg up, warrior three. And then step back. And we can bring the back knee towards the floor if we want, or we'll stay with the back knee lifted and find a twist. So hands towards the mat. Exhale, twist towards the right. Reach the right fingers up. So it's perfectly all right to do this with the knee on the floor. Remember, we're going to manage this flow, little class, as we want. Okay, bring the hand down. step the right leg back and we'll find a kneeling position. So if you're not comfortable kneeling, grab that cushion blanket block that we used at the start and we can just take it as high as we want and sit on the block cushion so we take a little bit of pressure out of the joints. So come back, rest the hands, palm up on the thighs or in the lap. Close the eyes. And we're going to take 3 rounds of breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. That breath out of the mouth. Can be a way of cooling the breath, using a breath to help cool us down. When we come to our Ujjayi breath, last breath out through the mouth, we create that wind ocean sound. That can help build energy up in the body, but breath out through the mouth can help release and cool us. Okay, so let's come back to tabletop. And step the left foot forwards and rise up for low lunge. Okay, hands back down by your side, tuck the toes under, lift up, reach back up, high lunge. So remember, you don't want to come to high lunge at all, you can skip. And then hands by your side again, we're going to push forward, so step the back leg in if it helps. Warrior 3. And then step back. So again, option to keep the back knee lifted or down to the floor. We're going to bring the right hand towards the mat. Exhale, twist, reach up with the left fingers. Okay, take the left hand down and we're going to take one flow, nice and slow. So step the left foot back. So we can still take a little bit of endurance here. So we're going to count back from 10, 9, bring the knees to the floor if it helps. 8, 7, keep breathing slow. Use the out breath if it helps. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come towards the floor as you wish. And we'll rise up to Cobra or Sphinx pose. So as you inhale, roll up through the front of the body. Remember, if you want to stay in Sphinx, we're going to come onto the elbows. And then we're going to go from 10, 9, 8, observing the breath, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then as you exhale, push back through the knees. Tuck the toes under. We'll lift up for a downward facing dog. And we're going to do the same thing here. So come to tabletop or a puppy dog pose like we did right at the start if it gets too much. So 10, 9, 8, keep with the breath, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring the knees back down and we'll find a way back to sitting on the floor. So we're nearly there, but we are going to take just a little bit more work with the core. So even though we're keeping it slow, our intention nice and calming and flowing and relaxing, that doesn't mean to say we can't still just get a little bit of work through the core. So reach the arms out. Exhale, take a little roll over the sit bones, pulling the knees in. So you come up to a boat. Now you can hold around the backs of the thighs here if you want. So we're going to take little toe taps. So when you're ready, squeeze, keep the core nice and strong. Exhale, take the right foot down. Lift, left foot down. Lift. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take both feet down towards the floor. Stretch the feet away from you. Bring the knees and the feet together, or we can take them a little bit wider. We're just going to have a fold. And then as you're ready, come forwards. So you can take your fold as far as feels good. So remember, the more we round through the spine, the more we stretch through the back. The more we stay long through the spine, the more we stretch through the hamstrings and the backs of the calves. And then sit up and slowly make your way back towards the floor. Inhale, stretch back. Full body stretch. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a little rock, so it doesn't have to be super tight. Sometimes that feeling of squeezing in doesn't necessarily feel the best. If we're all too hot, we can even let the arms go and relax that feeling of the knees towards the thighs a little bit more. And then take the feet towards the floor, stretch the feet away from you. Obviously, if it doesn't feel great, just straighten the legs out. We can keep the knees bent. Let the arms flop to the side. Take a slow breath out. Remember, we can breathe through the mouth if that helps. Take that little check in. How does the body feel now? Maybe there is a little bit more warmth, but we're going to accept it, see if we can embrace it. Check in with how it feels to breathe. Check in with the mind, how busy the mind is, what thoughts we have in the mind. Check in with your energy. Check in with your emotions. Check into that deep core where your self sits, wherever that might be for you. So we're keeping the wholeness of our practice, even if it is too hot to think about doing much more. And then to finish, we're going to have a moment of picturing, meditating about ourselves in somewhere cool. So pick somewhere, just a place. Maybe it's a cool, shady place in your garden. Maybe it's a place that's in your house that's nice and cool. Maybe you picture yourself on the water, in the water somewhere, anywhere that you feel is a nice place to be right now to cool down. Focus just on being in that place. Feel the coolness around you, whether that's the air or the water. What sounds can you hear in that cool place? Maybe there's a smell. What can you see there? What can you hear there? So for a last moment, we're fully absorbed, focused on being in that cool place. And then we're bringing ourselves back into our practice space, onto your mat, whatever is there underneath you on the floor, on the ground. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. Stretch the arms back. And then we'll bring the knees in towards the chest. Maybe you can keep that as loose or as tight as you wish. Rolling round onto your side. Come up, round, so you can find a comfortable seat. So use a bit of support here if you want. The eyes closed a little bit longer. Take a moment to feel into the body, the mind. Hopefully feeling a little cooler and a little calmer. And when we've perhaps finished our practice, or maybe even started our practice, and then we'll breathe in, stretch both arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your center. Bow your head to your fingers. Thank yourself for making that decision of actually doing some movement for the body and spending some time with your practice. And we'll seal our practice in together with Namaste. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that, and it was a way of getting some movement through the body, even if you know you'd really not want to do that when it's hot. And remember, if you'd like to give it a thumbs up, leave any comments or questions below, and as ever, subscribe to the channel so you know when to join me next. All right, take care now. Bye.